In this video, we'll review the News widget in Brightspace, including how to add and remove news items. On the course homepage, you'll see the News widget. You can click either on the widget name to head to the News tool, or click on the arrow next to the name to access more options, including also going to the News tool. You can also choose the New News item to bring up a news item editor, such as this. Or you can reorder news items if you have a few published, or you can go through and do notifications or make the widget smaller. For now, I'm just going to click on the name of the widget and go into the News tool. So from here, you can also add a new item, or you can go through and do a couple of other options, which I'll show you later. First, to add a new news item, you click on that button or select the option from the drop-down menu on the homepage. And then you go in and add in a headline. For now, we'll just put in test. And then you can add in content to your news item. After you've added your headline and content, you can scroll down and access some availability features, including having a start date and an end date. This means that on the start date, the news item will become available for people on their news feed, and on the end date, it will automatically disappear. You can also choose to attach files or record audio or video if you wanted to add extra content there. You can also choose to add in release conditions. These can include things such as making sure somebody has viewed a piece of content before they come and see the news item, or making sure that somebody has done a quiz before information on that quiz shows up in their news feed. Whenever you're done editing your new item, you can either choose to save it as draft if you want to work on it later, or click publish. For now, I'm going to click publish. And you will see that in the news tool, I now have this new test news item, and the content shows up down below. So if I navigate back to my course homepage, I'll see that I now have that new test news item. Once you have published the news item, you can always return to the news tool page to edit the post you've created. There are two ways to remove a news item, depending on what you'd like to accomplish. The first option is to remove the news item from your personal feed. This can prevent you from seeing the published news item, but it does not remove the item from anyone else's news feed. To accomplish this, simply click on the X on the top right corner of the news item. As you can see, this will disappear from your feed. To bring the news item back onto your feed, we will click on News to bring you back to the News tool page. And then we're going to click on the arrow next to the name of the news item that we've dismissed. You can see right next to it, it is listed as being dismissed. So we're going to click on that arrow, and from the drop-down menu, select Restore. Now, if we go back into the course homepage, we will see that the test item is back in place. If you'd like to remove the published news item from everyone's feed, you'll need to click on News to get into the News tool page. Then we'll click the arrow next to the name of the relevant news item and select Delete. This will come up with a confirmation, and we're going to click Yes. As you'll see, this now deletes everything from the News tool page. And if we go back into the course home, we will see that the news item also does not exist on the personal feed. Now, unlike files deleted from Brightspace, deleted news items can always be retrieved. You can do this by going back into the News tool, clicking on More Actions, and from the drop-down menu, selecting Restore. This will take us into the Restore page, where you can see that I have an older test item and the test that I just did. Now I'm going to select the items that I want to restore by clicking the checkmark box. And if I did want to restore everything, I could select the topmost checkmark box, which will automatically select everything. But for now, I'm just going to select the one that I've just deleted, and I'm going to click Restore. You'll see that this is no longer within the Restore list. And if I go back into News, I'll see that that test item is now back in our news feed. And if I navigate back to Course Home, I'll see that the news item is back into the News Item widget. For more Brightspace resources, please visit the Studio website at studio.smu.ca or swing by the Software and Application Support Center at Atrium 107.